A lot of my paintings deal with these hues, soft grey tones and blue, and the contrast between the very dark shapes on the horizon there, and the brightness of the sky. Perhaps a place, many different days, a day where I've been feeling a bit sad or down, mixed in with a day where I've been excited about something, a day where it's been rainy and windy and cold, the kind of days that the weather's so horrible it hurts your face, contrasted with a really still, serene day where the sun is kissing your face. So with these pieces, I tried to go lighter, but there is just a pull towards this dark blue. I tried to make certain sections lighter or even introduce more colours, and that's not what the painting wanted. It just wanted to be really dark and moody, and if you come closer you can see the different textures and marks, the drips here, the different layers, the little white band and the scratched away gold paint as well. What do you think? I like that one. It's unexpected. This is more of a seascape, so we see the drips here scratching away at the horizon line, and more scratches into the sky as well. Yeah, and rare for me, a little bit of colour again. But yeah, I quite like the simplicity in that one. I think working during the pandemic is using my painting, as I always have, as a form of therapy, as a way to lose myself in the process, to listen to music and just dive into another world. It's hard for people to sometimes connect with a painting if they're not in front of it themselves, which is why I try and take videos of my paintings. I try and take photos and videos outdoors as well, so people can get a true likeness to it and possibly that sense of connection, really feel a painting. But unfortunately there is no substitute for being in front of a work. Yeah, I'm gonna add some darker paint here. I can't stop, can I? Yeah. because of lockdown, I wasn't able to get the canvas size that I wanted. I wanted some bigger frames. However, everything's sold out, or there's a big waiting list. I finally settled on 6 20 by 20 inch canvases, and it's the best feeling ever to pick up a paintbrush and make the first brush strokes on a crisp white canvas. It's like the first day of school, it's like quenching your thirst, it's like falling in love, it's all of those things. It's anticipation and an excitement of what's to come. So the Oxalis triangularis that I have in the studio, I planted one bulb, so it was one of these, about a month ago, and I don't know if you can see these. They've popped up, which is very nice. I have a dream of them filling up the edge of the container and then cascading down. I think that's quite nice. I might cut some of these and put them in a little vase inside. Because it's spring, I want to maybe lighten up my work, but it just always comes back to the dark blues, the moody blues, because that feels quite nice to come almost full circle. I am rambling, sorry. Our neighbour kind of planted all of these things, and even though she's not here anymore, it's really nice that the colour and the vibrancy, and she lives on through the garden. Some days you have really calm, glistening water, and when you're at eye level, it's so magical the way the light dances on the surface of the water. And then on some days it's really wild and rough. You never get 2 days the same in the sea. So it's a real treat. Sometimes, not all the time. And I hope that I can translate some of this soothing energy and calmness in my paintings as well. You know, people ask me a lot, oh, how long did it take you to make this painting? And what's your kind of cost per hour? You know, how much do you earn per hour? And I don't think in those terms. It's not as simple as that. It's all of the canvases that I've made before this. It's the whole journey, the journey of the painting itself, but also my art journey. It's all tied up in each and every painting. I think it's interesting that I made a big painting with very tiny, meticulous white squiggles on it at a time when things are quite hectic. There's a lot of uncertainty in the world, and it just really provides some calm, and it was my kind of meditation. I just used to put a podcast on and then listen to that, and then just paint, just work away, and I think I'm going to call this series, because I don't think it ends with just one canvas. I think I'm going to call it Meditations. Sometimes I get these crazy ideas, kind of like, you know, taking a painting down to the beach. But it just, I don't know. And for someone so shy and who's talked about, you know, actually showing my face and doing this documentary and being visible, it can be quite daunting, but I believe in the work that I do, and I know that it's important, and I know that it makes me feel so good to be out here on a cold, crisp winter's day. And we, you know, whilst I was standing with the painting, I could see people from the promenade look over, and it's intriguing. It's something different, and it makes people smile. It makes people curious about the world, and I think that's such a great gift to be able to give. I know we joked about having canvases on the beach, but I think that would just be really quite beautiful. I think the squiggles on the canvas today looked like the waves. The movement that it created in the sunlight is just beautiful. I started painting nearly 5 years ago when I was looking for a new hobby, a way to switch off really. What I found was like seeing the world with new eyes, a world full of wonder. Lands Beyond releases the notion of traditional landscapes. Leaning into abstraction, I would rotate some pieces so that they worked in any orientation. It's only looking back at this process, almost a year later, that I wonder whether this was my way of trying to make sense of life during a global pandemic. I'd feel compelled to cover the lighter areas of my work and wonder why I had spent hours on detailed brushstrokes only to cover them up. But every brushstroke plays its part to finally all be pulled together in the last layer. It creates depth, character, and it makes life interesting. Each painting of mine is a work of art, a work of emotions, a work of place, and a work of self. Go now to Lands Beyond. Break down barriers and screens. Turn your head and your heart to the new, the unseen. I've danced with many sunsets and will dance with many more, quick stepping with anticipation up to horizon's door. Beyond this day into the next, ahead of nature's greatest show, let us watch, nestled in dusk's palm, till the fiery orb sinks below. Clouds roll out of view, like dice on bets we're always winning. Today, then, when gone, hold me still, keep me spinning. Forged from starlight, moulded by mountain and sea, delivered by sunbeam, forever meant to be. There are lands beyond Forth, and hills beyond Pentland. There are heartbeats in oceans, and worlds in your hand. Etch your wishes in the air, pin your hopes to the oyster catcher's song.
carried by the tide as the waves roll on and on and on.